I'm so excited to have Niall Horan here today.
I'm here.
Yeah, it's
Headphones.
But you and your musicians, you sound so fantastic that no one believes it's live. They think we're playing a track. Would you tell them that was you, please?
That was definitely me at, 8 in the morning?
Yeah, I know. Can you
Yeah, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. But
really?
I did Today's Show yesterday, so I kind of used to this early singing thing.
Yeah, 2 days in a row waking up before you usually wake up, I'm assuming.
Exactly, yeah.
Actually,
I haven't been up this early in years.
I was reading on Twitter earlier, someone was like, Niall, are you okay? Are you staying hydrated?
I'm doing good, yeah.
Yeah, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
If you need to be hydrated, let me know. Well, so I have to tell you, we're in here listening to you do your songs, and you. By the way, On the Loose. I heard you do On the Loose the other day.
Yeah,
I love that one too.
Yeah, thanks.
I was like,
I just thought I'd kind of release. I was sick of just playing the same 2 songs over and over again, so I thought I'd kind of just
like the 2 you just did for us.
Yeah.
Well, gee, thanks.
But yeah, I just thought I'd add something because I was doing these radio shows and I thought I would add a little bit more to it. Maybe just give them another something.
Look, whatever you do, we're happy with. But we're in our room listening to you perform in the other room. We have our headphones on, and when you're doing This Town. It's like you're breathing in my ear. It was kind of creepy in a way, but we could hear every sound coming out of your voice. And that's one of those songs that you're nice and delicate on.
Yeah.
But we heard every bit.
Take it easy on that one.
It was crazy.
I think you can just take your headphones off. I think that's
okay. This might be the best thing.
No,
but
I'm not used to this radio business.
No, of course not. But Niall, what I said, going into your set was, you have to own every note you sing, every word you write. That's all you. You take this very seriously. As fun as it looks like you take it very seriously.
Yeah, I do, yeah. Well, I've spent a lot of time writing all these things, so I might as well, if I'm going to give them to the public, I might as well do it right.
Right.
So I try and put everything into it. And
do you digest other people's music as well? Are you a fan of music beyond your own?
Yeah, of course. Like, that's all I know, really. Brought up on old school 70s, 80s rock, so I was that's what I've been listening to since I was a kid, so yeah.
You know what's kind of funny about that? I'm 50, what am I, 50-something? And you're 23. You and I grew up on the same music, like Eagles, the same stuff. So I'm assuming you grew up in a household that loved music. Your mom and dad must have loved it.
Yeah, they're not like musicians or anything, but just loved. We had an old record player in the house, and that's all we listened to all the time, yeah.
Do you let your family help you decide which songs are going to make it onto the record? Like
sometimes, yeah, I'll play. Although it's hard to play because my mom will just be like, "Yeah, it's great. That's great. That's great."
She's your mom.
You just don't get any. You just don't get an honest opinion. So I tend to not really actually. Just more by I live with my cousin, so I'll play if I come back from the studio. I play something to him because he's got a good ear for that kind of thing because he'll tell me the truth if it's crap, right? So don't ask the parents because they'll always tell you it's good.
You were talking to some artist about crap music the other day. Who was that? And we're like, I bet what you think is crap to us is fantastic.
We said to them, if you put out an album of all crap, we'd buy it anyway.
Yeah, you could call it Niall Horan's All Crap. And we'd pay top dollar for it.
Fair enough,
I pay double. It's like it's a double album.
Thank you.
I've got 45 cuts that are all just crap. We would love that.
Yeah, I'd put out a spare album of all the songs that weren't on the main album.
Well, it's just kind of funny how you've
got a few of them.
Are you your own worst critic? I mean, do you you just beat the hell out of yourself?
Yeah, I'm the only person I'm competitive is with me. I can't. If I thought I was finished the album at Christmas,
right?
And then I ended up writing Slow Hands in February, and it just kind of kept going. I just couldn't stop. I felt like I was going through a period of writing terrible stuff, and then you go through periods where you're writing good stuff. And I thought, at Christmas, I thought, right, that's me done. I've overdone the whole studio thing,
right?
And then I took a break at Christmas and went back in January and went over it again and finished the album. So I probably wrote about 15 songs after Christmas.
So now you are your own worst critic. You just performed in what I thought were 2 excellent songs in and of themselves, but I thought you sounded great. But you give today's performance what grade?
Oh,
how did you do?
It wasn't too bad actually, considering. I did get out of bed about an hour and a half ago, so that's not too bad. Yesterday on the Today Show, I was sitting in the shower at 4 a.m.
Oof. It's rough, right? Because you have to do sound checks so early when you're on the Today Show.
Yeah, I think 6 a.m. sound check. So it's these kind of things are early. They're tough to do.
Right.
But I love you, so.
Oh, there's so much love.
Have to come see it.
I'm glad you
That's
did.
what you say to all the girls.
I'm not just any girl.
Oh.
I'm a very special girl in
That's
Niall's
right.
eyes.
So do you know when the project is done, the album is done, or the song is done, or will you obsessively work on it until someone else in your life is like, dude, pull it back?
Like in individual songs or
just any, like if you're working on an album, you said you thought the album was done at Christmas, and then you were like, oh no, I'm going to keep adding songs. Yeah. Does someone tell you when to stop, or do you know in your heart?
No, I kind of said at the start that I'd kind of let my label and management kind of know when I was finished, and I really wasn't finished until probably about 8 weeks ago. Like I was still no, it was probably less. I was still recording songs a couple of weeks ago and changing bits and pieces, and I'm still doing that now, like production stuff, changing drum sounds and adding strings and stuff like that. And yeah, I kind of never know when to finish, but I suppose someone's going to hand me a deadline at some stage, and then I'll have to.
We're going to hear Niall in the bathroom. Mommy, I'm done. Come wipe me.
By the way, speaking of bathrooms.
Oh, how bad was our bathroom?
I'm joking.
No, Niall. I saw Niall walking out to our bathroom. I'm like, dear God, no. Someone stop him. Because, I mean, it's vile.
It's not too bad.
You've been in worse men's rooms?
Yeah. Oh. It's a nice building. You've done well.
Yeah, no. We're paying for this building. But we need the bathrooms. But have you ever been to a ladies' room? They're twice as disgusting as men's rooms.
Really? No, I haven't actually. Not to be honest.
Daniel, take him down to the women's room.
Ours, you don't go in the first stall.
No.
The first stall.
What are they doing there?
I don't know, but it's something about that stall. You just don't go in.
And what sort of animals work here?
I don't know. What are they eating? Like trees? How much fiber can you put?
Well, and there's
it's like they're building.
There's also a hole in the wall, and we don't know who's on the other side of that hole. That's
for a different conversation.
Oh my God! Seriously, whoever goes to that first stall, I mean, are they building condos in their colon?
Yeah, and then some.
Rattan furniture. I'm sorry, we digress. We're talking to Niall Horan, and we're talking about awful things. What's that scary? What did the text say?
This one comes from Irish Blonde Nugget for Life.
There you go.
They thought those two songs that Niall was doing were recorded radio versions. They thought that was the radio song, radio version of the song.
It was so slick. It was too perfect.
Oh, well, thank you.
No.
Like I saw an interview with Pink once, and Pink sometimes, especially a few years ago, would do all that acrobatic aerial stuff during her shows, and she would sing live.
Which was impressive.
Very impressive. And she said on purpose she would throw in bad notes to prove to everyone she was singing live. So you have to start
That's
doing
when you know you're good.
Yeah.
When you can do flips and turns through an arena and still sing in tune.
Yeah, I think you're there, though. I think you got to throw in bad
Is that
notes.
next for you? Like
I was
acrobatic?
I was just thinking that. Need to have a chat with my creative director. We need to get this tour sorted out.
Wait, someone just handed me a note. I'm supposed to ask you what happened to the monkey. What is it?
Monkey sound in Slowhand.
Oh, there's a monkey sound.
A monkey, all right.
Now, what is that? There's like a guttural sound. Like what? Do you know? What is that?
I was just literally like when we're writing, we always leave a microphone on, like just one of these, kind of just sitting in the room,
right? Just
picking up everything in case we like sing something and we like it, and
in case you have a moment of brilliance. Right.
And then I think I was just. I was all jamming out, and then I just kind of went up to the mic and just shouted into it, and then afterwards,
here it is.
We went.
This was your moment of greatness. Hold on.
I keep trying to put my headphones on.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm made off.
It sounds like a friggin' monkey.
Yeah, and I just screamed into the microphone, and then obviously in post, we just turned it up somewhere and went, made it all screamy and shouty and all that.
Genius.
I know, right? I mean, it's probably one of the best moments in the studio of all time.
Crazy.
It's up there with some of the best songs of all time because of that sound.
So, I mean, not to get too cerebral, but let's get a little cerebral. What is it, Niall, about music? What does music mean to you? I know that's such a general question, but what is it about music that just turns you on so much? No, really.
I don't know. I guess it's all I've known my whole life, and it's the same. Everyone in this room, we wouldn't everywhere you go. No matter what kind of lifestyle you live, where you live, any sort of culture, there's music for everyone, and I think there's not many other things in the world that has that.
Now, do you find
we don't even speak the same language, and we can listen to the same music?
Well, that kind of leads to my next question.
You speak the same language.
We do, the language of love. No, but I mean, if you find as a man, you have something you want to say to someone or the world, you can't just say it. You got to sing it.
Yeah.
there's something about music that gives you or anyone, any artist, the license to say what you need to say.
Yeah, I have certain songs on this album that some of them like I've just kind of made up stories, and I kind of write stuff down all the time to write songs, make up concepts, and then some of them are, most of them are from personal stuff. So yeah, it does give you the artistic license, as we would say in the arts.
Well, I know, but if you look at the songs on this album, the personal ones, could you ever imagine you saying those things, like speaking those words?
Definitely not.
No, it's something you have to say.
You get away with so much more, and when you're you wouldn't have the confidence to do it. But when you're in the studio and you're just spewing stuff out, then it's a lot easier to do. Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like all the incredible artists that we've had come through this door and perform on this show, including you, Niall, like what life would be like for them if they didn't have music.
Yeah, I don't have a clue.
It would just be tragedy.
I don't know what I've been doing.
This is the saddest story I've ever heard.
Do you remember the moment in your life when I'm assuming you were very, very young, when you were like, oh, this is it. Oh, music. Like you that light bulb went off in your head.
I guess it was like, I always knew I liked music a lot. There's pictures of me 2 or 3 with guitars and singing into mics, and I was obviously one of those drama school kids that was dancing around the sitting room type thing. But I guess I did it like a musical when I was 7 or 8 at school. I played Oliver, and I remember after that, like my teacher, the girl who was doing the teacher at the school who was doing the production of it, was kind of like getting me singing choirs and stuff like that, and I just kind of thought that maybe this is my calling,
and it is
maybe.
I played Oliver too.
You were an Oliver?
I was Oliver.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Please, sir.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Let me hear it. Say it.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
More! Standing ovation.
Thank you.
So
Bravo.
Bravo.
Bravissimo. It's like I'm on Broadway.
Of course, Slow Hands is available now. You gotta download it. Make it happen. A full album though would be great.
Yep.
Download.
Hint, hint.
Yes, that would be.
I don't know. I'm going to be like busy all summer now with Slow Hands going all over the place. And then after that, probably in the fall sometime, I'd imagine. I haven't got a date for that yet, but when I do, I'll be kind of letting people know, I suppose.
Well,
there used to be a whole time of secrets. I remember the days of like, where you'd be like giving people a 6-month advance on your album and stuff like that. It's coming out in 6 months, get ready. But no, there's none of that anymore. It's just kind of like, whenever I feel like I'm finished and whenever promo is finished for Slow Hands, I'll be giving you an album.
Well, that's what art should be about. You can't rush perfection.
I've been telling you first.
But Niall, it's like you keep adding strings and then you keep adding.
I know, it'll stop at some stage.
It will never end.
I will.
We will never have a release date.
I will. I'll be finished soon. It's not too far away, I don't think.
Is there a cap on how many songs you can put on an album, or is it up to
the
artist?
Well,
What's
I have
the law?
I kind of want every song to be as good as each other. As good as the next. So there's been songs that I really like that I don't think is as good as the next one. So I've kind of pulled them and I've whittled it down to a certain number. But I'm not. But still, if the ones that are in production now don't turn out how I like them, they might not make it.
There'll be 3 songs on the album.
A lot of people listening right now going, "Oh,
it's a 4-track EP." I'm bringing out a mixtape.
So I'll never forget this moment when you first released This Town. Was it Jingle Ball or was it iHeart?
Might have been the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
You came out
Jingle Ball. I did a Christmas here in Madison.
And you sang that one song.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I'd seen you perform solo.
Mm-hmm.
And you came out on stage, Madison Square Garden, not a bad room. At Z100's Jingle Ball, not a bad show.
Yeah.
You came out on stage by yourself, you and your guitar.
Mm-hmm.
It was just you, your guitar, and one little light shining on you in this huge, huge arena. And you sang that song. And I was thinking, this is probably the most pure, wonderful performance we're going to hear in a long time. And I get goosebumps. Because when you sang the song earlier today, it took me back to that performance.
Thank you.
Because, this is when, you guys were the One Direction decided to do their own things, go solo. And so everyone was like, well, what's Niall going to do? You came out and sang that song. I'm thinking, this guy's it. That was it.
Thank you.
That was the perfect song to launch with.
Yeah, well, it just felt right. Like I try and write songs that I would naturally just pick up the guitar and play.
Right.
And that's what I would do when I'm sitting at home watching TV or whatever. I'll just pick up and start finger picking or playing that kind of thing, and then it just kind of happened. And the whole release of that song kind of happened weirdly because I just wanted to release. I had I'd only written about 10 songs at that stage,
Right.
And I kind of just wanted to let people know I was still doing music. So I just kind of said we were going to drop it on like I don't know, like just tweet it or just put it on SoundCloud or something like that.
Right.
And then we were just and then we just tweeted it one night, and then it was just like to let people know I was still doing something. And then I ended up doing all like a whole radio tour and a whole.
It turned into a major thing.
Yeah, and it kind of shocked me, to be honest, and everyone.
But that song, it just said, it speaks volumes about you because it's such a gentle, wonderful song. By the way, you need your headphones on for 1 second because Froggy, who's working in our Miami studios, he reminds me that you're a golfer. You're not.
Oh, I seen him tweeting or something.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're golfers.
Hello.
I've never understood golfers because you wear those weird pants.
It's getting good now.
It is.
The golf gear is good now.
Froggy wants to invite you out to play golf next time you're in South Florida.
All right. Next time I'm down there, I'll give you a shout.
Oh my God, I would love that. I've got a friend of mine that's played with you a couple times. He says you're pretty good as well too. So.
Oh.
Well, who's played with it?
Who do I know that name?
Actually, one of them is Brian Wacker from Golf Digest.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The other is Justin
The
Rose.
guy's
He's a
name's
professional
Brian
player.
Wacker.
What a name for a golfer.
Plays golf.
I know, Brian Wacker. He's a
Whacker.
This is
Whacker. I didn't even know her.
hi-oh.
I didn't even know her.
I barely knew her. All right, so
I
I
know
said,
you're good friends with Justin Rose as well.
That's right, yeah.
oh my God, you're dropping names on
My
the floor.
goodness.
Froggy. All right, so we're hooking up a golf. I'll drive the cart.
Yeah.
No
Elvis
problem.
is an amazing car driver, and he orders food right at the turn, so it's ready right when we
There you
What
go.
is it? Okay, what is it about golf? Before you leave, why golf? Couldn't you play tennis? Couldn't you swim?
Well,
bowl?
I used to play soccer,
Right,
as we say in the States. And then I did my knee in, and I had to get a knee reconstruction basically at 20 years old. So that stopped that. So
Right.
then I kind of, well, I was always playing golf, but I started taking it like serious when I couldn't play football anymore.
Is there something zen about golf, about being out there on that
it was
big...
great because like we would be touring and there'd be thousands and thousands of people outside the hotel, or hundreds or whatever, and wouldn't be able to like just walk the street. So I just found, me and Harry used to just go and like play golf, and obviously people don't want to be walking around a golf course with you. So
Have you ever thrown a golf club in anger?
yeah, plenty.
Yes, you have to.
How zen can that be then?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Because Froggy, we're going to let you go in a second, but Froggy took me golfing. He said, "You've got to come out and watch how relaxing this is because you're out there with the trees and the birds are chirping." And I've never seen a grown man so mad. He threw you threw like 10 golf clubs at people.
Well, I'm sure Niall knows how it is. You hit the greatest drive ever, and you go to hit your second shot, and you hit it horribly, and it makes you angry. So you throw your golf club.
There's nothing relaxing about
Yeah,
this.
that's not
We're going to
relaxing.
find you a new
It's the
sport.
inconsistency that brings you back every time.
That's right. Exactly.
We're going to find you a new sport, Niall.
Thanks.
Well, Slow Hands. I want it at number 1 on iTunes today. That is your goal. That's our goal. I want it number 1. Is it already number 1? We'll make it number 1. Slow Hands.
Somewhere around there.
Download it right now.
That would be great. Thanks.
Okay, we're gonna do what we can.
All right.
But Niall, thank you for coming in. You always have a home with us.
Thank
if
you.
ever you need to say something to the world, say it in that microphone. We always want to invite you here
Thanks very
anytime
much.
you're in town.
I appreciate it.
Niall Horan, everyone.
Yeah.